teaching is the concept of the man box. If you learned about the man box, can you share a little bit of what you know about it and how you learned that?
I learned from it from Christian Martinez and Tanya Men, where basically we talk about men's stereotypes and kind of what people put on us men when we're young.
I also learned it from Christian, and it's basically like, it's like boundaries that are set upon, you know, men our age, or even older in some instances. For example, like, you can't be soft, you can't be weak, you can't do certain things, you have to have the ability to do certain things, so stuff like that.
I'll take that. Yeah, what's cool, I learned about this with Devon right here. We had a little run in the B2K during summer 2022, I believe so. Yeah, basically we kind of talked about it all together. It's pretty cool, honestly, but yeah, basically it's all about stereotypes that men have to uphold on society and about what they have to do in order to, you know, be a man. But for me, I think it's kind of baloney. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, I'm back to next season.
I learned this from Christian, and I think the man box is like the expectations people put up on men, basically.
That's my name. So, very first time I heard of the man box, or in general, well, I've heard of the concept of people putting limitations on men, that I did not know the terminology of until when I talked with Devin, last summer during the Business to Kings program, 2022. But yes, that's really right.
Okay, so a follow-up question to that is, the expectations of the man box, where did you gentlemen hear it from? Was it from your friend group, social circles, family? Was it a thing that you were born in because of your ethnic culture? How did you guys learn about what the expectations were from the man box?
For me, I learned about it from like my older cousins because it was kind of put on them when they were younger. So it was kind of like, oh, you're not supposed to show your emotions, like you gotta be strong, like you gotta be this and that. Just like a whole bunch of expectations put on them.
I heard some of the expectations from the man box thrown around, like when we were young, I didn't really understand it. However, like more recently, like in the last 2 years, with social media, I've heard like stuff is like, again, don't be weak. You gotta, you know, do certain things to hold up your masculinity. In which some cases I do agree with, some cases I do disagree with. So yeah, I've heard it from social media, heard it from my own dad, uncles, cousins, and I've even also heard it in school, like from, you know, my closest friends and all that.
Yeah, especially me too. So look, most of it's from social media at first. Like, I guess my father, not really too much. Kind of like a regular thing, like men supposed to protect the girls type stuff, you know, that type of talk. But most of it is off social media. Like, you can say something like how you feel, you know, go like a bitch or something like that. Let's get real. Little profanity, my bad, but I'm just saying, like, they'll say that stuff, they'll say your little girl, something like that. Just talk trash, just for showing like a little emotion, especially if you're a guy.
So when you hear, let me ask you a follow-up. When you hear things like that, don't be you know, don't be weak, don't cry like a girl, whatever. How did that make you feel when you heard those things? And like, you can answer, and then I want, anybody can chime in and answer that.
Let's see. I mean, me, I could take a joke. I could go right back and forth. I don't even get mad. I don't even care. But it's like, damn, people that like do get offended by that stuff from that, cause like, what can you do? It's just them, you know.
So I'm answering like how I feel when you told me that. Okay. So now I didn't even care, but when I was younger, I used to care too much about people's opinion on me. So the man box I learned from my older cousins, because I used to like, well, we used to play, and sometimes I got mad. They told me like, don't be a girl, don't get mad. I used to cry sometimes, and they told me like, men don't cry and stuff. So that's what I learned from.
Gentlemen, myself, at home, I don't think, something similar to what Zavani said is that I did hear, in general, talk of you gotta uphold certain things, and you gotta be think in general, it's just people. I personally never had an expectation for myself to be a man. I've always looked at it as more as be a person. But, sorry. But yes.
No, you good, you good, I'm agreeing, that means I'm agreeing.
In general, I think these expectations are held mostly by people that have some sort of insecurity in their background because they couldn't uphold something or that they feel that something that in the way that it makes me feel is that even if I've come to some short end, I don't think that I should be able to put that emotional baggage onto somebody else and tell them to be better for my, for like what I said, my failure or my short end.
Add on to that right here, right? It goes to be from like generational type of stuff. So like back then, people used to be a little different back then. Usually be the guy over here working, whether be at home, cooking, taking care of kids, everything. Could be from that also. I guess they try to pass it down since it's always been that way. But you know, times are changing. People are getting older. People are being born now. It's gonna be different.
So like with me, whenever I got like what's the word?
Emasculated?
Demasculated, yeah. Whenever I had that happen to me, even like now, I do kind of get a little angry, a little frustrated within myself, which I don't really like to admit as much, but it happens. People are different. They build different. But now, I'm like trying to, control that and say to myself, their opinions don't necessarily matter. All you gotta do is just stick to yourself. And even like when family or even like family members tell you you gotta like be a certain thing, you can't always, because they're thinking that it's the best thing for you. But if you feel like a different way, you shouldn't feel hesitant to like do that thing for yourself. Do what you believe is right, even when logic is present. Yeah, I think about the logic of it too.